Hey, welcome back to Piece of Chaos. Thanks for listening. So, boy. May you live in interesting times, they said. Huh? We are doing that. We are certainly doing that as a collective. Obviously, I'm talking about the latest, craziest shit that's going on in the world, and that is the attack on Ukraine by Russia. It's very interesting because I'm trying to figure out, and this is, I mean, the pandemic is mostly out of the news now. But boy, did it absolutely ruin our ability to figure out what's actually going on a regular basis. It strikes me that these propaganda machines, these social media, used as a propaganda machine, because inherently I think social media could be used for good, right? I've said it before, I learned a lot of stuff on YouTube, on TikTok, especially recently, doing like work around the house. There's like incredible craftsmen on TikTok showing people how to do things. It's great. But it also spreads a lot of bad information really, 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 really quickly. But by that same token, it could spread good information really, really quickly. So it's a tool. We're using it really poorly, kind of as a collective right now. But anyway, it's hard to know what is the right information and, on some things. But, I mean, I don't speak Russian, but most translations of the statements made by Putin and stuff are pretty clear that what he said. I mean, some of it does sound like the bluster that we heard from Trump all the time. Especially that one phrase, like, it'll be like you've never seen. It's like, well, okay. Why? Why do these guys do this? I don't understand it. I really can't figure it out. Maybe that's not the kind of person I am. It just doesn't make any sense to me, But I don't understand what they're trying to do. Genuinely. And I can only think of it in the simplest terms, and like get it to be like a close by thing to try to make it make sense. But like, let's say I want to, I don't know. I can't even think of what would make me want to do this, but like, let's say I really like my neighbor's car, right? And I'm like, I want my neighbor's car. He's not going to give it to me, but I could just take it and tell him it's mine. And if he doesn't like it, I could just, threaten him. We could just keep escalating from there. Or I could just have my car and tell him, hey, nice car, and figure out a way to get a car like that if I really like it. What is the ultimate aim? Like, so everybody says that power is this corrupting thing, right? But how? I guess is kind of my thought. Like, is it just pure laziness? Like, you don't want to have to do things for yourself. So if you're powerful, people do things for you and tell you you're right all the time. And I don't know, man. I don't get it. So, and then when I think about it in terms of countries wanting to do that. Well, okay, so let's continue with my neighbor metaphor. I don't think it makes any sense to even bother my neighbor that way. Or let's say I wanted to zoom out and become the ruler of my town. I could care less what anybody in the other houses near me are doing. Why would I want to rule over them? It just doesn't, I just don't get it. If somebody out there gets it, wants to explain it to me, I know it's, old as we have known, there's always been these rulers and oppressors. That's just the way it is. Does it have to be that way? Like, do we have to keep playing this game out? Did humans always do that? I get the struggle for resource early on, I guess. The control of natural resources and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just a frustrating mess, and I feel terrible for all of us, really, but mostly the people that are there, caught in the crossfire of this bullshit they had nothing to do with. I mean, you see these guys, these helicopters and these planes just flying over people's houses, just shooting missiles into places. Like, yeah, some of it's military, some of it's airports, but I don't know, guys, our airports aren't military. They're just useful. Like, they need an airfield, I guess. It's a strategic thing, but then nobody can use it if you blow it up. I don't know. I obviously don't understand the military or war. And I guess that's a privilege. I guess I just didn't think we were still this stupid. Because I can't think of anything other than this is stupid. Like, when you look at the footage and you see people just living their lives, and all of a sudden just planes start coming. And I know the U.S. has done it too. Like, we're not immune. I like to think or hope that we usually are on the right side of history, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know enough about it. I was too young the last couple times to... Well, I don't know. That's not true. I mean, Afghanistan was happening when I was sentient. I was in college for the first Gulf War. I remember thinking, I don't understand what we're doing. I don't understand. So anyway, I guess that's the theme, is we are living in interesting times, and we are going to, I want to live long enough to look back on this and understand it better. Read the books about it. See the movies. It is interesting that we're watching a war on social media. Like, I think the original Iraq War, Desert Storm, they said was like the first kind of televised war, or maybe that was Vietnam. I don't know. We had TV, but not to the level of what we have now. Literally live feeds from the front lines from just every person that has a cell phone. Maybe we'll finally see how dumb and horrible it is in enough numbers, and see the images over and over again, that we stop doing this to each other. The fact that we can translate each other's languages immediately should break down some of the problems. It's got to be conversations, man. It's got to be longer conversations. And if the conversation is with a psychopath who says, no, it's just mine, I'm going to take it, you can't be at this table anymore. We need rational, reasonable human beings discussing world and human resources, natural resources throughout the world. I'm just such a utopian optimist. I know what I'm thinking will never happen. And, God, we lived through 60, 80 years. 80 years of certainly not peace, but not this. I don't know how this doesn't escalate. But, hey, what else are we going to do? What can we do? I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. If you guys can think of something, let me know. I guess just send thoughts to people who are suffering right now, needlessly suffering right now. Probably for decades suffering. Decades to come. Generations to come scarred by this. And for what? The boundaries of these countries are made up. There's culture that goes back, hundreds, sometimes thousands of years. I think Ukraine's actually older than what Russia is, right? So it really is. Ukraine has, I don't know. We just don't learn from history, and it's very frustrating to watch. And when the implications are so huge, like large-scale European invasions that we only read about as kids, and unfortunately, unless you're really into history, and maybe this is the problem, at least in this country. I think in Germany, for example, I think they teach World War II much differently. But seems like we gloss over the real important messages about war and make it about what date something happened. And, education's really important. Maybe in this country more than anywhere. I mean, it's all I know, and I know the shortcomings of it. So I hope we can get better. Super inspiring, though, seeing some of these stories coming out of the Ukraine. The Snake Island story with the guys telling the ship to go fuck itself. Go fuck yourself. And then just to get blown up. I mean, did they need to do that? There's a warship and 13 dudes on an island. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could figure this out, but I wonder what combined the numbers are of all the armies and military people combined on the planet. All of them. The ones that really want to be there too, not the people that get called up and have to serve, but more the people that really want to be there. Navy SEALs, the Navy SEAL equivalent, people that really like it and really get a lot out of it and find their purpose in being a soldier. We should, if they could fit, if we have a piece of land big enough, I was thinking somewhere in the Sahara, just a big, empty, open, gigantic place. And everybody brings all their military gear, all their toys, all their tanks, all their bombs, all their missiles, all that shit. Just bring it all. Everybody gets uniforms. Go nuts. Have it, and you can have a winner. I don't know, figure out prizes. But I mean, the fact that we fight around where people live that want nothing to do with any of the conversations that are involved in these wars. Like, you're literally just trying to live your life. You know, get some food, hug your family, go from one day to the next as happy as you can, as peaceful as you can. Be productive, be kind. That's it. It's real simple at the person-to-person level. And we just... Man, we're so stupid. We're so stupid as a species. I don't know, man. This is real exciting. Sorry I didn't have a guest this week. I just didn't. But I do have a bunch lined up in March. So there's that. If anybody would like to hear somebody, maybe let me know. And I'll reach out. Like, if you'd like to hear a certain guest or want to see if I can get in touch with a certain guest or something like that, I think that'd be cool. You know, there's no plan here. Things come up. I reach out to people. But I think long-form conversation is really important. I think exposing people to different things is important. I also realize not everybody can do it. Or they can, they choose not to, not good at it, don't want to get good at it, don't think they can, hate the sound of their voice, whatever. But talking to each other is really important now more than ever. Listening to each other now more important than ever. For our kids' sake, I guess. More than anything. You know, it's, my kids are going to grow up in a world that is probably going to be, man, I hope not, but at war. Like, really, really at war. Not like little wars that don't make the front page, but like wars that destroy cities. Beautiful, historic cities. It's just madness, and it makes me sad. It makes me disappointed in human progress. So, anyway, a couple of good guests coming up in the next couple of weeks. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. Maybe you're a listener and you do something cool and you'd like to talk about it. Reach out. It'd be fun, man. I'm open to experiences in life and synchronicities, and just doing whatever this is that can be my part, my contribution. So I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next week. Have a great one.
Said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of